Coming in for the third check. It's a little creek. It got cold here last night. I think 24, 25 degrees. It's cold for here. And there's ice all over everything. My canoe was frozen into the bed of the truck. I had to rock it back and forth to get it broke loose so it'd slide out. But let's get over to the creek. See if we've made any catches and can continue the quest. I'll see you over there. I'm not understanding that completely. I mean, you can see the air bubbles in the run, and even a breakout in the ice right there. At 120, still sit in the run. How'd they get around it? There's clear ice for what we've got, but you can clearly see the air bubbles in the run. From a distance, I thought this one had some, because of the breakout in the ice and the bubbles. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. And as far as I can tell, nothing on any of them, but I'll get down here to the last one. Well, struck out on the muskrat sets. That's unbelievable. Don't understand that. Not with runs like this. But no good. Insane. I got nothing on the first snare loop trail right there. And let's see if we got anything this morning. About ready to quit playing and go back to beaver. At least I can make catches and without stepping outside of my comfort zone trying this stuff anyway. It's not high production trapping anyway, so I'm gonna move on down and see what, if any, we got today. Here's this fish set on the bottom. Still loud and proud. Look at that thing. Anything that eats fish would have to take a swipe at that. And I'll keep moving. Well, I do have a snare loop pulled down. I'll get up there, tend to it. It's laid flat on the ground. We'll get a better look when I get the canoe up in there. I know I do have a catch up here. It is not what I want. It's just a big old possum. And well, I got a catch. But I'll get this. We'll get up here and take a better look at this snare. See, I don't snare a lot. That looks like an ugly mess to me right there. Something come up through here. I'll get that snare loop reset, put back on this little slide. Hopefully it'll work. Maybe they're not too worried about it. They knocked it down and kept on going, so I'll get it reset. I did wind up making the snare loop just a little shorter, you know, smaller. And I moved the lock a little further down onto the cable. So I'm hoping it's an otter, but it's probably only about a 6-inch loop. It's a loaded cable, so it should close quick. We'll try it right there. Nothing in this snare. And just gonna go look for sign on the sandbar. No action at this dirt hole. And got to say hello to everybody's favorite little buddy. What'd you mess up my set for? Why'd you want to go and do that? You like to see anything to your fans? Just a possum. We'll get him out of here and remake the set. Here's my remake after the possum catch. Trap's bedded right here. We'll move on down. One catch so far. Let's hope we've got something somewhere else. Got nothing on that fish steak set. It's still good. Hopefully we'll find something or more sign anyway. I've tightened up a little bit on that loop. It's right there at the end of that slide. I would love to have a snare catch. And nothing on it today. I'm gonna keep moving down. Nothing on this snare loop today. But this is the one that had hair on it yesterday. Nothing's come through here. I'll keep moving down. I do have a cat track right here. And had a raccoon come in and destroy my set last night. But I did have a cat in the area. I don't know where he went from there, but right here. Raccoon can make a mess out of things. I had a big buck deer come through here. Here we go. More decent tracks. And I'll get the set remade and hope to have another appearance. It's gonna be my remake on my completely blown out, trenched out dirt hole. Right there's my no BS 1.5 set. I got to put my pan cover over it and sift the dirt over it and rebait it because the raccoon made a mess. And that buck deer was walking right here. So trenched out like that, I'm trying to keep the deer out of things. But I'm gonna change the card out and go get the video footage from it, put it on this video and see what we've had come through. But I'm going to get this and rebaited, sift the sand back over the trap, and keep moving. did find some more mink tracks. This is the set where I lost that mink yesterday. And I've kind of turned it into a blind trail slash bait set. I do have a piece of fish tucked up under here, under that grass. I do still have the trap bedded where it was initially, right there. So what mink come down through here, hugging that wall, are still going to hit it. Here's this stick for blocking right here. Not blocking, but guide stick. Right there's the trap. I do have a couple small pieces of fish tucked up underneath that bank covered with grass. And I hope it'll produce. It's, you know, I got a little bit of Caven's Mink Master right here on this stick. So maybe it'll produce. Turning that into a baited set, trying to catch Stumpy. Maybe he'll come back through, but or another one. But right there is the 1.5. Perfect set, perfect location. I just failed. I'm gonna move down the other side of the creek, check them as they come out. I do still have some mink tracks running the edge of this sandbar, and we'll go up here and take a better look. But this is where that blind set is, and then I'll back up and show you the crawfish set, but I may have to move it. I'm gonna go up here, right here. I'm gonna take a better look at these mink tracks running this bank. Right here, I can see the mink tracks running down the sand. There's like a trail right through here. I come in here with the canoe, and the canoe kind of sloshed some water up on some of the tracks, but I can see them. May not show up too good on the camera, but the trail runs right alongside the edge of the water. I'm back up and look at the crawfish sets. Here's my crawfish set. But I am going to move this further out here, closer to where everything's wanting to go up at sandbar. But that thing looks good. Little pinchers just waving in the current. But I'm going to move that one. I'm moving this one still underneath the edge of this undercut bank a little bit. But it's right here in line where the mink and otter that I've seen on this sandbar have entered the water. Right there's the crawfish. Move down to the next set and look at it. I have this one set underneath the undercut bank where I think mink would go underneath there hunting and rooting and looking around for something to eat. And right there, you see the little pinchers waving around in the current. There's another crawfish on 1.5. That set looks extremely deadly. Any raccoon, mink, or otter comes by and sees that, a crayfish on the bottom like that, thing just looks good. Hopefully that'll work. But I got 3 mink sets right here where the otter and mink have been using that sandbar. Between the 2 with the crayfish on it and the 1 blind set up there close to that shaved off bank, I'm hoping that something comes through. I am going to take the advice of some people that have had more experience on otter trapping than I have. That I'm going to take that set, instead of running it with the current on this bottom edge, I am going to take it and turn it sideways and hopefully get it seen by a predator. But it's just a plastic shad shoved on the trigger wires at 330. And I'm going to put it back under here as a bottom edge next to the bank and let that shad be visible. We'll run that one more like that and just hope that the trash don't build up on the fish and fire the 330. And everything's coming around this point as it should come up through here, bottom edge right there, that plastic shad on the 330 trigger wires. Got this vertical bank covered in grass running right through here, and everything coming up through here is going to have to come around this bush. And I'm going to change this bottom edge set to be transverse instead of parallel with the current on this one. So we'll just take a look at it when I get it pulled up. I'm trying to stay positioned in the current. But get up here. I'm going to take that and turn it just like that, in hopes that an otter will see it as it's coming up through here, having to come around this bush, and then boom, there's going to be a fish down there on a 330. Hopefully that'll work. Well, back to the mouth of the creek, headed out of here. Just the one grinner. Had one snare knocked down and one toenail caught raccoon. And this place is starting to... I know the game's here. I don't understand the muskrats not hitting them conibears in the runs last night unless they just hold up in this colder weather. But maybe they'll hit tonight. But I'm out of here. Gonna make it back across the river to the truck and get out of here. See you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have better action then.